live training via the web, important ranking details this morning, critical advertising reminders before you buy media, and news from science, a woman's body weight affects her memory. That explains my ex-wife forgetting a lot of stuff. Today's Friday, July 16th, and this is PWLC News. Well, we're entering the next phase of delivering training to the network. Very soon I'll be launching a live video training via the web that only requires an internet connection and speakers on your computer. Now we'll have to play with this a little bit as a group to make sure that it works and get the kinks worked out. So today at 2 p.m. you can, this just in, and this is from the advertising department. The first drawing for the testimonial contest is today, so make sure your entries are in for the chance to win a $100 product credit. Entry packs are on the PAM system. Make sure yours is here by today at 5 p.m. Thanks so much, guys. So where was I? You want to log on at 2 p.m. and you can watch graduation for the folks in training this week. A little before 2 p.m., go to www.ustream.tv/channel/PWLC News PWLC News. You can see it on the screen right there. And tune in while the class graduates. If all goes well, we will stream live from training next week as well for any franchisee that wants a refresher course on some of the topics that are taught in franchisee school, primarily staffing, advertising, things of that nature. So what I need you to do is tune in at 2 p.m. Eastern Time today and let me know the quality of the video feed, the sound, and any other comments you'd like to make regarding this live feed. Needless to say, this brings us to a whole new level of training delivery that is unprecedented in our 31-year history. And as a sidebar, do you remember how nervous you were when you had to do the mission statement in front of me or Chuck? Can you imagine how nervous these folks are going to be when the whole network's watching? Well, new rankings have gone out this morning. You should have gotten them by now. They're for year-to-date and July-to-date. There's some good news and some bad news. Let's first deal with the bad news. Centers in danger of being placed on product hold for failure to report sales data are listed as such. You have until the close of business today to get the data in, or you make the product hold list as of Monday morning until such time as your data is posted. That doesn't mean your data is sent in. You're on hold until accounting posts it, which is usually within 24 hours. But here's the good news. I should say great news. Same-store sales are up 12.5% for June of 2009 versus June of 2010. That means if you were open last June, you posted sales 12.5% higher in June of this year than you did in June of last year. Also, some new franchisees are staking claims in the top 10, not only year-to-date and June, but also for July, and it's not because other centers failed to report. They're holding their own. The network as a whole has incredible momentum right now, but I'm not quite ready to declare that we've graduated from momentum to velocity. It all depends on the July numbers, but there's a good chance we can. I credit all, if not most, of this success in large part due to the incredible presentations made by Rika, Mary Ellen, and Oscar in March. This means the regional meetings will be even more impactful because franchisees will be able to share in more detail their successes since the March meetings, which will in turn help all in attendance save more lives and make more money. Speaking of the meetings, I'll be calling some of you later today to confirm your attendance. I know you're busy. Hey, when you're throwing up the numbers you are, I don't blame you for not confirming you're at the meeting yet. We'll get around to that later. Having been involved in this business for a span of over 20 years, I should say, in the company for over 31, I'm not surprised that there's been a huge increase in centers making media buys as of late, primarily because of in radio and television, I should say, but because that we're coming out of this recessionary period and centers are just doing better. They're generating more profitability. They're watching their financials more carefully, and they're doing a much better job at making print media buys, which in turn now it's time to make electronic media buys. So I've had a lot of inquiries about television and radio, and I've helped negotiate a few deals for some folks as well. Here are some generalized reminders. Our demographic is a woman 35 to 54, household income of 50,000 plus, and she's employed. Make sure your media rep gives you that demographic. I see a lot of women 18 plus and adults 18 plus. We specifically want them to give you data for your buy on women 35 to 54, household income of 50,000 or more that are employed. If you're buying radio, you buy it, remember, lowest cost per thousand. If you need some assistance on that, I can help you. Radio is 6 a.m. until your center closes. You never want spots running after you close. There's no one there to answer the phone. And those spots should only run on Monday, Tuesday, and if need be, Wednesday. Broadcast TV, that's right, boys and girls. Not everybody has cable or dish. Only about 75 to 77% of the people in the country do. And if you doubt me on that, think about 2 years ago, the big push for digital converter boxes. More money was spent on that than on AIDS prevention in the same year. Go figure. Broadcast TV, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m., Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, in the news only, on a network-affiliated station only. Cable TV, 5A to 9A, and that same thing holds for if you have an opportunity to make a buy through a satellite program, which not too many of you do. 5A to 9A, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, in the news only. CNN, HLN, Fox, the Weather Channel, things like that. Don't listen to the charlatans that come calling on you to sell airtime. They'll try to convince you to go on Lifetime, Oxygen, Oprah, etc. Follow the parameters I just gave you. You'll increase your opportunity for success tenfold over what a local media rep will guide you on. Well, some news from science. Women who hope to preserve their memory as they grow older may want to consider shedding some excess pounds. That's because researchers at Northwestern University in Chicago have found a link between memory loss and weight gain in older women. Simply put, the more an older woman weighs, the worse her memory, according to a study published this week in the Journal of American Geriatric Society. The findings are based on 8,745 postmenopausal women aged 65 to 79 who took a 100-point memory test. The score for normal memory is in the 90 to 100-point range. After completing the test, the score for each woman was matched to her body mass index, or obviously we know it as BMI. It's a standardized measure based on height and weight, blah, blah, blah. The study revealed that for every 1-point increase in a woman's BMI, her memory score dropped by 1 point. Any excess fat appears to be detrimental, said Diana Kerwin, the lead author of the study. Previous research has shown that other conditions, including high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol levels, and diabetes can affect blood flow to the brain and impair cognitive function. These medical conditions often go along with being overweight. However, even when those conditions are not present, excess weight was still tied to reduced memory among the study participants. That suggests weight by itself is an independent risk factor for memory loss. You can find more on this research on the internet. Just type in weight loss effects on women, or memory impairment of women with weight loss. Well, that's your wrap up. I'm tripping over my tongue. I got to go. Have a great day, and we'll see you live at 2 p.m. today for the web on the web for graduation. Have a great day, everybody.